Welcome back to the Wall Street Journal Report. I'm Consuelo Mack. According to cardweb.com, seniors graduating from college have about $3,000 in credit card debt. That's after having a limit of $500 per card. As young adults, now college is the time to start building credit, not damage it. So how do you do it? Joining me is Sanyika Calloway Boyce. She's a former debt-strapped college student who is the author of Crack Dakota Financial Guide for College Students and now a financial coach and instructor at Rutgers University. Sanyika, nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, how do students establish credit in the first place?
Absolutely. The first thing you want to do is make sure that anything that has your Social Security number is fair game. So you want to be very conscious of what you're putting your Social Security number on, because that's actually going to be a way for you to establish credit. If you are getting a cable bill, a cellular phone that is asking for your Social Security number, you will be establishing credit in that way. Another way is to actually get a secured card, which is basically you're giving maybe $500 to a particular card company. They're going to in turn give you a plastic card, allow you to use your $500. When you prove that you've been responsible, they will continue to increase that limit for you. You can also join with a parent. I really recommend this one. So that,
why?
Because then parents can also monitor the way that you're spending. Now the pro and the con of that is your parents' credit is affected as well. And so you want to make sure that you're doing and using credit responsibly and that it's in your name, you're establishing it, but you're also having the benefit of having someone who's had credit for a longer time.
And you also thought that we should join a credit union at college if possible,
Yes.
right?
Some of the colleges actually have credit unions, and credit unions tend to be a little bit more flexible with their terms of lending. If you have a checking account and can get a line of credit added to that checking account, so say you go over by $100, they're going to give you a line of credit. You'll pay that back down. When your balance is now zero, you've established credit, and you can use that in the cases of you're a little bit cash strapped, and you want to write a check, and you can still do that.
Now, there is a great deal of misinformation among college students and young people in general about their credit record and their credit standing. What are the biggest myths?
The biggest thing is that it's going to automatically fall off in 7 years. The first thing is it's 7 years from the last date of activity, not 7 years from when you signed your name on the dotted line. So understand, as long as interest is being incurred, there's still activity going on, it's 7 years from the last date of activity that information can be reported. And the other thing is, if I'm under 21, they can't do anything to me, so I can kind of run out and get some credit.
That's a myth.
That's a huge myth. That's a huge myth. If your Social Security number is attached to it and we can tie you to the actual behavior, then we can actually penalize you for using the card irresponsibly.
Okay. So really, if you damage your credit rating as a kid, as a young person, it can basically haunt you for a number of years into adulthood.
Absolutely. Think about the average college student graduating at 22. 7 years from that, you're 29. How many people could not take advantage of the low interest rates in refinancing and getting homes, not because they weren't employed, not because they weren't making good money, but because they had made some decisions in college 7 years ago that they had forgotten about that are now coming back to haunt them.
Final tips. When you have credit, how do you keep it healthy?
In this society, we are so used to instant things. You have to remember, if your bill is due on the 15th of the month, you can't put it in the mail on the 15th of the month. Snail mail still takes 5 to 7 days. So making sure that you're sending your bill 5 to 7 days before the bill due date so that you're giving it a chance to get in there. The other thing that you want to do to keep your credit healthy is protecting that Social Security number. You want to protect that, making sure you're not putting it on things. And co-signing. That's something, we're in love, we want to get the car with the boyfriend, we want to move in with our best friend. Understand, anything that you jointly connect your Social Security number to could adversely affect you in the future.
These are terrific tips.
Thank
you very much, and congratulations for getting out of debt and having a successful career to boot.
Thank
At
you.
any rate, Sanyika Calloway Boyce, author of Crack Dakota, thank you very much for joining us.
I appreciate you
Great.
having me.
Coming up on this special higher education edition of the Wall Street Journal Report, the country's best business school. What does it take to be #1, and what difference does it mean for the graduates? We're going to take you to the Wall Street Journal's top-ranked business school campus when we come back.